Hello everybody, this is still Teddy. I want to introduce you to a book that helped me through one of the most stressful times in my life. This book not only changed my perspective, but helped me to make $1 million. But the thing is, it's not just about making money, it's about discovering a deeper truth, one that connects to the spiritual principles that's found in wisdom traditions across the world. It's really about letting go. It's about trusting life's flow to find peace beyond the fleeting highs of worldly success. I discovered this book during my second chance at financial freedom. But let me give you a little bit of a backstory here. The first chance came in 2013 when I started investing into crypto. Back then I was just steadily putting in small amounts. It's to invest in what you believe in and do that at a consistent rate. So by the time the first bull run had hit in 2018, I had made my first $1 million. I used that money to take care of my family, paid off some debts, and enjoyed life. The way crypto tends to work, or at least in the past anyway, when it reached the all-time high, the price starts to drop. And I just held on, and the price dipped even more, and I would buy more. And the dip just kept dipping, and I kept buying more. And unfortunately, that started to eat up a lot of the money that I had left over. Really, I wasn't too discouraged overall. If anything, I think I just became more determined and realized that next time, whenever I hit my goal, I need to exit fast. And so my plan was to take advantage of the next opportunity. The thing is, the opportunity came in about 2020, 2021, at the end of 2020. So if you were in crypto at that time, you know how it is. You know the hype, the fear, the greed, the FOMO, all of that. It's in the air, you could feel it. But I could tell that something was a little bit different this time in me. Even though I had been growing spiritually, I found myself becoming more and more obsessed with money. I was checking the charts every hour, letting my emotions ride the highs and lows. I had my money spread across 20 different coins. I was just chasing gains, consistently comparing myself to others and to what other people had. I was stressed and paranoid and lost. Then, in the midst of that stress, I had stumbled upon a book that changed everything. This book is called The Tao Te Ching by Laozi. So the Tao Te Ching is an ancient Chinese book that was written about 2,500 years ago. Laozi, the author, is known as a philosopher whose teachings led the way to the foundation for Daoism. And this book is a guide to life, to leadership and balance, which offers wisdom on how to move with the natural flow of existence rather than resisting it. So at its heart is the concept of the Tao, or the way. Lao Tzu begins the book by saying that the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. In other words, the Tao can't be fully explained in words, but it must be embodied. It's the natural order of things, the natural order of the universe, the unseen forces that moves all things. In many ways, it reminded me of the spiritual principle found in Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to the end. So another central concept is Wu Wei, which translates to non-action or effortless action. It doesn't mean doing nothing. It means allowing things to unfold naturally instead of forcing them. Lao Tzu writes, "Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself?" So it's about trusting the process, much like having faith. It's the humility to understand that we're not in control of every outcome. But at the same time, it's having that faith and conviction to know that no matter what, over time, it's going to work out in your favor. Like water flowing around obstacles instead of crashing through them. And at the time, I was doing the exact opposite. I was trying to force everything that's in the market so that it can move in my favor. But I was reacting to every little shift, jumping in and out of every trade and just chasing instead of letting the market come to me. There's a line in the Daoist that says, rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost right. Those words hit hard. So here I was jumping in and out of every trade because I saw other investments doing better than mine. So I sold mine and went to another one. And when I went to the other one, those other investments that I was holding on to previously, they would start to move. I realized that I needed to take a step back and to let go. The Bible also reminds us of this. Psalms 46 says, be still and know that I am God. And this is where I actually got the name from, Still Teddy. As a reminder to be still. So, first thing is, I took a deep breath. I pulled all my money out of all the 20 plus different coins I had. And I put it into just 2 or 3. And these projects I really believed in. Immediately my stress dropped. My mind was clear. I let the market just do its thing. And I just lived my life. Laozi says in the book, by doing nothing, everything is done. And what people don't realize is like doing nothing sometimes is a lot more work. It requires a lot more patience. And things just work out. Again, it's not doing nothing and not, just laying down and, letting things happen. But it's doing less to give way for the things that are supposed to work out for you. Yeah, so it doesn't mean just sit back and expect, riches to fall into your lap. It means align yourself with the natural flow. Act at the right time and trust the unfolding of events instead of resisting them. So instead of checking the charts obsessively, I reminded myself, must you value what others value? Must you fear what others fear? So I just stopped worrying about what other investors were doing. I stopped chasing the trends and let my investments grow naturally, gradually. And something incredible happened. Over time, my account just grew. I watched my portfolio climb from 100 to 300 to 500 to 700. And then finally around 1.2, 1.4. But the beauty of this book was to just not hurry, not rush things. It says in there, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. In the Bible, Matthew 6:25 says, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life. Can any one thing you are worrying about add a single hour to your life? And here's the truth. Even though I had grown wiser, I was not perfect. Because like I said, when it got to around 700,000, I started to get excited again. And once I made that million, I started to interfere and wanted it to grow even more. And honestly, I lost it again. I lost it by doing the things that I was doing previously. And I started to just interfere with the trades. Laozi says, success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. And in that time, I let the greed take over. Again, the fear and greed, that's a real thing. I stopped trusting the process. And I tried to force things again. And in doing so, I had lost most of my gains. It wasn't all immediate, but it was, bit by bit. So in the next video, I'll tell you how I lost those millions by not following the way, and what it taught me about money that most people never understand. These are secrets about money that most wealthy people might know it, but they do not share these things. These are things that's been written in a lot of ancient text as well. So here are some lessons from the Tao for life and wealth. Laozi teaches that true strength comes from softness, not force. He writes, "Nothing in the world is as soft and as yielding as water. Yet, for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it." Flexibility, patience, and gentleness are far more powerful than force or rigidity. He also warns against over-attachment. The more you let go of what you love, the more present your love becomes. And this resonates deeply with the wisdom of Jesus, where he says, whoever tries to keep their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life will preserve it. Luke 17:13. By following these teachings, I gained clarity, made $1 million, and for a time I had found peace. Not just the peace that comes from financial success, but the peace that comes from surrendering to the flow of life, trusting in something that's greater than myself. And yet, I learned the hard way that the real treasure isn't in the numbers on the screen. As Jesus said, do not store up for yourself treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourself treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Remember, be like water. Trust the flow of life, and you'll find your way.